Good morning, students. Today we are going to study a new topic, that is lesson number 12, food for all. Children, we consume food every day. We know that we get food from plants. Farmers cultivate these crops. Our country, India, is considered as an agricultural based country because 60% of the land of India is in use for agriculture. You know that there are three main seasons. Which are those? Yes, summer, winter and monsoon. But when we are talking about agriculture or farming, then there are two major seasons. They are Kharif and Rabi. They are known as agricultural seasons. Which are the two agricultural seasons? Kharif and Rabi. So, the season from June to October is called Kharif season. So, in the months of June, July, August, September and October, there is Kharif season. Children, now which season is going on? Yes, now July month is there. Therefore, at present Kharif season is going on. So, the rainwater is the main source of water for Kharif season, as June to October is the rainy season. Therefore, now in Kharif season, the crops are watered by rainwater. And when Kharif season ends, the Rabi season starts. Kharif season ends in the month of October. So, Rabi season starts from October. Rabi season is from October to March. Means the season from October to March is called the Rabi season. The season between October and March is Rabi season. In the month of October, November, December, January, February and March we find Rabi season. Now till October the rainy season is about to end. Therefore, the rainwater which is soaked into the soil during the rain, the retreating monsoon and the dewdrops in air are the sources of water for Rabi crops. Now you know that June to October is Kharif season and October to March is Rabi season. So the crops grown during Kharif season are rice, maize, cotton, groundnut, etc. And the crops grown during Rabi season are wheat, pea, barley, gram, etc. So children, now in addition to the crops grown in the month of March, April, May and June are called summer crops. Generally, during March to June, we are considering it as summer season. So, during this season, the crops grown are called as summer crops. The examples are watermelon, cucumber, etc. Such crops are grown during summer season. For growing crops, farmers have to do many activities like plowing, tilling, sowing, etc. After that, he gets the harvest. Harvest means it is the total growth of crops. There are some factors which are necessary for having a good harvest. Fertile land, good quality seeds, fertilizers and availability of water are those necessary factors for good harvest. If the land is fertile, the seeds are of good quality, ample amount of fertilizers and water are present, then there will be a good harvest. That is, there will be a good and huge growth of crops, and that will result into a good income. Farming practiced today is very different from the farming practiced in the older days. In traditional farming means the older method of farming, plowing, tilling, etc. was done with the help of oxen. Oxen, it is the plural form of ox. And harvesting, threshing, etc. was done by the members of the farmer's family with the help of animals. However, nowadays most of the farmers carry out these works with the help of machines like tractors. Earlier, there was not much development, but now, due to development in agricultural sector, the methods of agriculture are improved. The first improvement done was improvement in seeds. Previously, the seeds of one harvest were reserved for sowing in next harvest, but they were not high yielding. However, nowadays improved seeds are developed through research. They are available in market for every crop such as jawar, rice, etc. These seeds are high yielding. High yielding means they give more benefit to the farmers. Pest resistant means the insect can't harm them and can grow in low water supply. Earlier, farms were watered with the help of canals. You can see the canal in the picture. See, however, most of the water was lost due to evaporation and seepage into ground by using this method of canals. Thus, there was a lot of wastage of water. So, to avoid this, nowadays modern methods like drip irrigation and sprinkle irrigation are used for watering the plants. Drip irrigation means giving water drop by drop to the roots of the plants, and sprinkle irrigation means sprinkling the water over the crops. Now, the drip irrigation method, it makes use of pipes with holes. Thus, lot of water is saved. You can see this drip irrigation method in the picture. Now, we'll see the sprinkle irrigation method. The sprinkle irrigation method makes use of sprinklers of different size that spray water directly on the plants. So, in this way, the two modern methods of irrigation are, which are those? Drip irrigation method and sprinkle irrigation method. By using these improved modern methods, we can save water. If the same crops are grown repeatedly in a field, the fertility of the soil decreases. Nowadays, farmers, what they are doing? They are growing the crop which is having demand in the market. So, due to growing same type of crop repeatedly, the fertility of soil decreases. Fertile soil means the soil in which crops can grow well. So, to overcome this problem, we have to use fertilizers. Fertilizers means substances which improves the fertility of the soil. In the soil, the crops can grow well. So, the fertilizers, there are two types. They are natural fertilizers and chemical fertilizers. Natural fertilizers are also called as manures. They are obtained from natural materials like green waste. Green waste means the waste of plants, and animal dung. Animal dung, it is the waste of animals. Chemical fertilizers are also called as artificial fertilizers. They are made by mixing different chemical substances. Excessive use of chemical fertilizers are harmful for the soil. Therefore, what we have to do? We have to make use of fertilizers in a very less quantity so that we can get a good crop. So, I hope you understood this lesson.